4 people. Who's here? Seven people. Please hit the like button, guys. It's very, very important. Ah. 14 people. Please hit the like button on your way in, guys. I'd appreciate it very, very much. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. This is quite obviously an anti-Trump channel. That's the way I decided to do it. I hate that man with a passion. So I'll argue anything with anybody when it comes to him. And we could talk about any topic, but it always seems to come down to the same few things, you know? Obviously, the title of this show is, the Epstein cover-up continues, because it does. We still didn't get 3 million files. Now we found out Trump's name in the unredacted versions appears a million times, in the files. And they don't want to tell us what that's about. Trump doesn't want to let us see those files. So that's why I constantly use this same topic, because it's far from over. Ace Live 17, hating Trump, no argument there. That's what's up, man. Now, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe, since you hate him too. Mud Happy Mama. LOL. What is the LOL for? Just LOL? 45 people. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Jump in the chat whenever you'd like, and let's start a conversation. Trump is king. Get over it, libtard. Do you see him that way, as an actual king? I'm just curious. Because I remember every time there's a no kings protest, you guys would say Trump's not a king. But here you are saying he is king. It's not about Trump. The Democrats are dangerous. All right, let's have a conversation about that, Mary. In what way? I'm not being a jerk off. I want to really talk to you about it. I'm curious about the way you guys see things. So, in what way are the Democrats dangerous? You'd love him to be king? Yeah, there you go. That's why that's called the No Kings protest, because we know you guys feel that way. The king of pedos, yes. Yeah, that's the only thing he's king of. If these people really knew what he's been up to, I mean, he's suing the American people. They don't care. It's I don't even think, I mean, a lot of it, yeah, they don't know. But the stuff that they do know that is just outrageous, they don't care. They will accept anything from him. No, they're blinded by Trump. Yes. Another Bolshevik stream? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Hail Trump. All right, so basically just you love Trump then, right? 98 people. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Obviously, if you're a Trump person, you're probably not going to do that. But everybody else, it's a free way of supporting the show. And if you want a not so free way of supporting the show, which helps me much more than likes and views, there is a super chat button by the comment section. And there is a Cash App in the chat. Trump should have you all arrested. For what? Everyone can vote for who they want to. Yes, I agree. I just asked the lady. I don't know where she went. Mary Ellen Gerald, why she thinks Democrats are dangerous. MAGA and Trump are the same. Oh, yeah, no doubt. It's evil versus good, not Democrat versus Republican. Evil people on both sides, yes or no? There's evil people on both sides, yes, but one side is more evil than the other. No question about it. You know what I mean? There's Donald Trump, MAGA. They're more evil. I mean, there's a saying that A liberal will feed 1,000 people just to make sure not even one goes hungry, whereas a conservative will starve 1,000 people just to make sure that one person who doesn't deserve it gets food. So that's just the way that the two sides look at things. They're completely and totally polar opposites, and one side is bad, one side is good. All right, Ace Live. Will MAGA ever admit they're pedophiles? No. No, they are, but they'll never admit it. Trump has been cleared of any wrongdoing. The evidence is crystal. Okay, who has he been cleared of any wrongdoing by? I'm curious because I listen to news all day, every day, and who has he been cleared of any? I haven't heard that. Who cleared him of any wrongdoing? I mean, as far as I know, the only people that can do that sit on a jury or behind a bench. You're not a real patriot if you don't love our president. Again, I always say you guys have it exactly ass backwards. And yeah, you're not a patriot if you support Donald Trump. Trump is a traitor to our country. Trump tried to overthrow our government. Trump tried to overturn a free and fair election. Trump is a traitor. He took Putin's side over ours. He's in the pocket of Netanyahu, basically. So, no, it's the exact opposite. The only people who are patriots are anti-Trump. You can't be a patriot and a Trump supporter at the same time. You can't have it that way. You guys call yourselves that, but you think putting an American flag out front of your house makes you a patriot. It doesn't. It just makes you a guy with a flag. No, he won't. Biden released. No, he won't. Libtards released 0 files. Well, there's a reason for that. Democrats are still pro-slavery after all these years. How so, Brad? See, what happens in here, and you guys have been here since the beginning of this stream. You've seen it. You guys literally just say things, and then when I ask you to elaborate, you got nothing. Which is no surprise. I mean, that's how you guys are. You don't actually know anything. You just like to throw little stupid statements out there. So for anybody I've asked a question to, if you'd like to answer it, that would be wonderful. It would be. How the fuck? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to do something here. All right. Well, I guess I can't. Anyway, you're a clown. All right. At least you spelled "your" right. That's rare for a MAGA person. MAGA will never turn on Trump, but when he's gone, who will be their leader? There's never going to be anybody that can replace Trump. When he's gone, MAGA's finished. A liberal bit off the finger of CBP. Show me one instance of MAGA doing this. On January 6th, 140 police officers were assaulted, some of which died. They were tased in the neck by MAGA. They were pepper sprayed by MAGA. They were beaten with flagpoles by MAGA. So there you go. Why would you admit that you aren't something that you aren't? What? Why would you admit something that you aren't? That sounds so fucking stupid. The level of mentality. What does that mean, Mad Dog? Could you be a little more specific so I actually know what you're talking about when I read the comment? No, he wasn't. Shut up. Pedo president, prostitute first, bitch. Absolutely. Oh no, yes we can, and make America great again. Two totally different movements. Actually, yes we can was just a slogan. He have not said one thing that is factual. I have not said one thing that is false. And if so, again, guys, actually tell me what I'm saying that's wrong. Tell me what it is I'm saying that's wrong. Don't just say I'm wrong. Tell me what I'm wrong about. January 6th, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. So liberal brought off a bit off a CBP officer's finger. Huge deal. January 6th. Come on with January 6th already. Why you got to talk about those 5 cops that died and all those cops that were assaulted? Come on, man. That's how you guys are. If it's your thing, no big deal. If something we did, oh my God, the world is on fire. How so? Challenge accepted. You want to call me and debate me by any chance? Trump was the first one to call the authorities and report the scumbag. Trump has nothing to do with any of the perverted Pizzagate. You Dems have been implicated many times. Well, there's no such thing as Pizzagate, number one. Number two, Trump was not the first one to call the authorities and report Epstein. Trump never reported Epstein. You guys are so fucked up that you see something and interpret it however you want instead of, the actual reality of it. You stating what it really says. Trump, nowhere in this world does it say that Trump informed on Jeffrey Epstein. You can't find a credible source in the world that says that. You're talking about a phone call he made after the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein was already initiated. It was already public knowledge. And Trump called the cop to cover his ass and basically said, hey, his literal words were, thank goodness for stopping this guy. Everybody's known about his crimes for years. So Trump admitted to knowing about Epstein's crimes for years, never did anything about it. And he said nothing in that call that implicated Epstein, or he accused him of nothing. All he said was, hey, Ghislaine Maxwell's pure evil. Focus on her. That's it. Yes, there is. If you look up the guy that died on January 7th, I can't remember his name, Michael something, I believe. He died of a stroke, and the medical examiner said the stroke was caused by the injuries he suffered on January 6th. Plus, you had a guy committed suicide on January 15th, a cop. Okay, I'm assuming you think that has nothing to do with January 6th. And 3 other officers that killed themselves following the riot on January 6th. Yeah, no, not on January 6th, from January 6th. January 6th wasn't an insurrection executed by Trump. It's so dumb at this point. No, it's literally what it was. It was an insurrection executed by Trump. It was. But you didn't you see Nancy Pelosi's video daughter gave out? What video? What does it say in the video? You talking about the Capitol Police thing? What are you talking about? One died the next day, and 4 more committed suicide. 1 just a week later. Yeah, so they died because of January 6th. Find it rather funny just how divided the U.S. Oh, who cares? You're not answering anything. Why you are? Literally, you're not telling me one thing you want me to answer. And if I answer it, you just say it's bullshit. But what is it? What do you want me to answer? You did say something that was false. You said a police officer was killed on January 6th. I said a police officer died from January 6th. I didn't say on January 6th because he didn't die on that date. The event that took place on January 6th is the reason he died the next day on January 7th. And of course, the suicides, especially the one that took place days later, was because of January 6th. You don't have to die on January 6th for your death to be caused by what took place on January 6th. Holy shit. How is the January 6th riot worse than riots that happen in LA and DC every single day? Well, they don't happen every single day. That's retarded. But nobody's defending those people. I don't defend anybody who riots ever. But again, it's a whataboutism. It's like, well, January 6th was fucked up, but what about the riots in LA and here and there and blah, blah, blah? No, what does one have to do with the other? Tell me that. How does one make the... It's just like when I talk about how Trump's an obvious pedo and you say, but Biden's a pedo. First of all, we have no reason to believe that, but let's just say we did. Let's just say I conceded and said, yep, Joe Biden, total pedo. What does that have to do with the fact that the current president of the United States, the leader of the free world, not the guy who was in office over a year ago, the guy who's in office now being a pedo, what does it have to do with that? Oh, I know. Trump has been hiding Epstein the entire time, but is in the Epstein files over 1 million times. You mean covering for him? Like, yeah, that would be their logic. Do your research, son. Dave, blow me, son. Go fuck your mother. How about that, David? I bet you won't call in and fucking debate me. David, I dare you to call in and debate me since, you want to call me son and I'm 46 goddamn years old. And you think you could beat me in a debate. I dare you. I dare one of you motherfuckers to call in. 410-941-9850. Do it. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit the like and subscribe. 331 people. Please do that. And if you're a MAGA, I don't care. I don't want anything from you. And also, it's very important. I have to bring this up during these shows because unfortunately, people don't understand how live streams work and tipping and all that. So if you can contribute to the show, there's a Cash App in the chat and a super chat button you guys know all about. I'd appreciate that. But at the very least, hit like and subscribe. A liberal man thinking he can debate. Oh, I'll annihilate any of you. All you got to do is call. It's so funny. You say, I think I could debate, but none of you will call this number right now. 410-941-9850. Isn't that something? Dude lives with his mommy. Stop projecting. Oh my God. I'll debate any of you motherfuckers. I every day I do it and I annihilate you guys. You don't know anything. Remember, never forget that you guys are from the least educated states in the country. Never forget that Donald Trump one amongst the stupidest people in America, the people that live in red states, the least educated, poorest states, and that Kamala, the states she won, were literally the most educated, wealthiest states in this country. Never forget that. You guys don't know anything. You can never beat me in a debate on your fucking best day. Trump is the entire Epstein files. He is. Stupid people who just can't explain why the Democrats under Obama and Biden didn't declassify Epstein's papers. Why did Trump do it? Okay, well, I'll tell you, L. Towers. First of all, I'll tell you how disingenuous you are. That you just mentioned Obama and then Biden and didn't mention the guy in the middle, Donald Trump. Donald Trump served for 4 years. I don't know if you know this. Between Biden and Obama. So just out of curiosity, are you concerned at all with why he didn't declassify it? Just out of curiosity. And I'll tell you why Trump finally did it. Trump had absolutely no choice. And by the way, he put it off as long as possible. And they only released 3 million fucking files when there's 3 million more that they won't release. What does it say? Yeah, you saw literally the reason I know I was right about Americans refusing to view stuff from the other political wing, LMAO. No, I don't want to look at things through the eyes of pedophile supporters. You're a retard. That's the problem. You don't understand that there's nothing that I could see through their eyes and agree on them with. They follow a scumbag blindly, and they love him and they worship him. I could never relate in no way, shape, or form. They're about to release them. Yeah, no, they're not. You're a dumbass. So what he said, he knew him, and then what he found out, he was a pedophile, or he kicked him out, you dumbass. Okay, I don't know what that rambling, incoherent statement is supposed to say, but in the Epstein files, there's a file with Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer who quoted Donald Trump as saying, I never kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. He was never a member. He was a guest, and he was never asked to leave. And remember, the only reason you all believe he kicked him out is because he said so. There's no proof of it whatsoever. As a matter of fact, now there's proof that he didn't. He never called the cops on Epstein. He never worked as an informant against Epstein. He was best friends with him for 10 years, and he's accused multiple times of raping children in the Epstein files. Biden and Obama didn't do shit. And what about Trump? I mean, are you guys serious? Biden was president, or Obama was president from 2009 to 2017. You remember, right? And then Trump was president from 2017 to 2021, and then Biden. And by the way, Trump again, and they had to create a law to force him to release the files. They had to force him to by law because he wouldn't do it on his own. He could have done it anytime he wanted since July 2025, and he could do it right now. He could say, Pam, release the rest of the files. Why won't he? Call in. None of you will call in and debate, though, right? Looking up 1999 or 99, whatever your name is, 410-941-9850. You guys are all smarter than me, according to you, but none of you will debate me. Doesn't that tell you everything you need to know? Trump never did anything wrong. LOL. LOL. You know that how? Because according to a lot of fucking people, he raped a lot of girls. The number is 410-941-9850. It doesn't have to be in the chat. You can rewind the fucking video 10 seconds and hear the number all over again. You fucking doofus. Where's the proof against Trump, though? Well, it depends. No matter what I show you, you'll say it's not proof. But I'll tell you some of the proof, and I can show it to you if you'd like. Donald Trump has been accused of sexually assaulting 30 women, okay, since the 1970s. Donald Trump's wife in 1989 in court filings said that he brutally raped her. In 1996, Katie Johnson said that Trump and Epstein brutally raped her when she was 13 years old. He cheated on every one of his wives, and he's been talking since their birth about wanting to fuck his daughters. Okay. He was found civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll. That's just some of the stuff. He bragged on Howard Stern about walking in on naked 15-year-olds. He thought it was funny. He did it just because he could. I mean, he's a grown man that bought the Miss Teen USA pageant. Does that tell you anything? He was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 10 years. He flew on his plane 8 fucking times. He said of Jeffrey Epstein, he's a wonderful guy to be with, which is very odd for a man to say, to word it that way. It's even said he likes women on the younger side, or beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. So he's talking about a pedophile. So he doesn't mean 18, 19, 20-year-old girls. He means children. Okay. And then he called the cops in 2006 and said, I've known about his crimes for years. But he never did anything about it because that was the first time he called. The investigation was already made public, and he only called to cover his own ass because at one point in the call, he said, by the way, I was in a room with some teenagers and Epstein, but I got out of there right away. So that was just a CYA thing. It was like, whoa, just in case Epstein tells you there was a time, but yeah. And he's accused multiple times in the Epstein files we've seen so far of raping 13-year-old girls. And one of the times he was accused of doing the same thing to the same girl with Bill Clinton. I bet you believe Bill Clinton's guilty, right? I guarantee it. Nobody's still going to call in. You're all so smart, right? This is why you guys come from the dumbest states in the country. You don't know anything. Answer the phone or you're a coward. The phone is right here. The ringer is on. There's no way people won't hear it if you call, so don't even try it. 410-941-9850. They are sick people. They're sick people that are okay with pedophilia. They're disgusting. Accusations don't mean shit. I forgot you were a proud member of the Believe All Women Club. No. I'm a proud member of the Never Believe Donald Trump, the guy that lied 30,000 times in his first 4 years in office club. Okay? I would believe anybody over Donald Trump. Anybody. Anyone. Absolutely anyone. And yes, women that never even tried to sue Trump or get money out of him, yeah, I believe them. Yeah, because you can't even say they're in it for money. I generally tend to believe any woman that says she was sexually assaulted until I find out otherwise. That's kind of the safe way to do it. Like if your daughter came home and said she was raped, are you going to say, no, you weren't, bitch? Stop lying. But Dad, I have proof. That guy's innocent. You probably would, actually, like Charlie Kirk. He's that kind of guy. He said if his daughter was raped at 10 years old, he'd force her to have the baby. You guys think the same way. You don't even think rape is a real thing. You think it's just women complaining because they were regretful about sex they had. So you are the lowest form of scum on the planet. And that's all there is to it. You're a member of I'm a Woke Lefty Club. You're YOUR, you stupid ass. Yeah, but none of you will call in, though, David, including you. 410-941-9850. Doesn't that show you that you guys are cowards, that you can't hang with me in any intellectual level or about politics at all? I'm just here to call out your stupidity. Well, you should do it to my face, so to speak, by calling this number. But you wouldn't do that, right? No, of course not. The CNN talking points are strong with this one. Well, let me tell you something. Talking points are talking points for a reason, because they're topics of conversation. So like if you hear a bunch of news networks saying the same thing about Trump, it's because it's true and everybody's reporting on it. Now, you guys with the Fox News talking points, it's outrageous.
Gary.
Hello? Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, big?
Well, how's it going? What?
So, how's it going?
Yeah, you said something before that, but you don't want to repeat it. Okay. Fine. What's up?
but yeah, I just wanted to see if you were willing to say that Jeffrey Epstein was a Jew that worked for Israel.
I mean,
are you interested in admitting that, or are you?
I mean, I don't think anybody denies. There's a good chance he was a Mossad agent. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, he was. So who does that prove was right?
Who? You tell me.
This little guy named Adolf Hitler.
Oh,
I think it proves that he was right.
What a surprise. There's MAGA for you. And you want, why do they call us Nazis? Gee, I don't know. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Meanwhile, Trump's not a Jew, and he's a pedophile just like Epstein, right? Yeah. Well, wouldn't you have to have a reason to believe that that woman is lying? You don't even know who these people are. You haven't even read the files. Admit it. None of you have. You just say Trump's innocent because he's your guy, and you don't care. Quite frankly, you don't care if he raped women or molested children. You don't care. He's your guy. It doesn't matter. It does not matter to you. Like a puss, you're a grown man and you say puss. Okay, yeah, I guarantee you've never gotten any pussy. Say it like a man would say it, fuckface. Yeah, I'm not going to allow you on YouTube to give props to Adolf Hitler so I can have my channel taken down. And quite frankly, I don't want to hear your bullshit about Hitler anyway. You're a scumbag. You're an incel. You live in a basement. Guarantee it. You watch Pornhub all day. Your fucking keyboard is sticky. And you're pussy repellent. Admit it. Thank you, Casey Wolf. Guys, 481 people. Please hit the like button. Subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind contributing, it's very important, guys. I wouldn't keep asking if it wasn't. Super Chat or Cash App would be great. Let me see. You're a puss. You're a puss. These people say puss. I've never heard a man in my life outside of, Hickville call somebody a puss. It's the corniest thing in the world. Hello?
Michael.
To accept, press 1.
What's up, Michael?
Hey.
Is this the same guy?
I just wanted to... Sorry?
Is this the same guy?
The same guy.
That just called in a minute ago?
No.
Okay, what's up?
This is I just wanted to see if you were aware that the world was controlled by a bunch of Jews like the Rothschilds.
Unbelievable. I mean, you really are truly a bunch of fucking Nazis. You really are. I mean, you are despicable fucking people. Despicable. Holy shit. I'm not going to talk to, yeah, that was him. That was him again. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to anybody who wants to speak well of Hitler, you sick fucks. I swear to God, you guys, this is why you're part of MAGA, because you've never been part of anything. You're the type of like Remy from like Higher Learning. That's how I see you guys. You're a bunch of pussyless weirdos who never had a group of friends in your fucking life. You're always a social outcast. So you're like easily susceptible to being recruited by white supremacy groups and shit. You know what I mean? And you spend your whole life as a fucktard who hates Jewish people simply based on the fact that they're Jewish. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to anybody about Hitler. First of all, I'll get my whole fucking channel taken down, you dipshit. I've known people it's happened to. You're paid, Y-O-U-R. Joe Martini, oh God, another Italian that's pro-MAGA, you stupid fuck. Oh my God, another guy who lacks complete and total street smarts. ABC, Trump was the one that informed the FBI. No, he wasn't. He was not the one that informed the FBI. Watch. Did Donald Trump inform the FBI about Jeffrey Epstein? Hold on. Did Donald Trump inform to the FBI on Jeffrey Epstein? Yeah. Based on newly released Justice Department files as of February 2026, Donald Trump reportedly contacted law enforcement in July 2006 to provide information. It's the same guy. Stop calling, dickhead. To provide information regarding Jeffrey Epstein. According to a summary of a 2019 FBI interview with then Palm Beach police chief Michael Ryder. Trump called Ryder shortly after Epstein's first sex crime charges became public and made the following claims. This is what he said. Trump reportedly told the chief, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everybody has known he's been doing this." It's so funny. So far, it's like literally word for word what I've said, huh? Ghislaine Maxwell, he described, call back in a second, New Jersey. Ghislaine Maxwell, he described Maxwell as Epstein's operative, called her evil, and urged investigators to focus on her. Personal encounter. Trump mentioned he had once been around Epstein when teenagers were present and stated he got the hell out of there. It's exactly what I told you. He did not tell on Epstein. He did not inform on Epstein, and he didn't even call the chief of police until it already became public that Epstein was being busted. So Trump just called to cover his ass. So there you go. He never informed on Epstein. Keep trying.
Jefferson.
To accept.
Hello?
Hey, I was just curious if you know
Same guy.
what family was most involved.
Yeah, let me guess, they were
in,
Jewish?
The foundation of Israel.
Yeah, Jewish. Yeah. He could call him back from different numbers. Same fucking person. Anybody want to call and actually debate? Jermonte Pettigrew, 499 Republicans. Do y'all have any proof of what y'all say about, or do you all just talk out your ass? They all just talk out their ass. Thank you for the 499. Oh shit. Challenge. That's not saying he told on Epstein. What are you talking about? You're reaching so hard. Wait, where's this guy? Let me see. Challenge. Where is he? Lies. You're full of shit. I just read it to you. He never told on Jeffrey. I'll tell you what. This is very simple, guys. You're watching my show. I'm doing the show, right? You got all kinds of time on your hands, obviously. So find me the credible source that says Donald Trump informed on Epstein. Simple as that. And come in and tell me how to find it, and I will pull it up, and then I will apologize and say, "Oh my God, MAGA, what a fool I was. I'm sorry." Go ahead, get me the credible source. And if you can't, then it means you're just full of shit. You just made that up. People, wait a minute. So did Trump tell on Epstein in 2006? The FBI agents just told the public in 2019. No, the FBI agent just didn't tell the public in 20. What? No. You're confused. There was an interview with the chief of police in 2019 where he recalled the story of Trump calling him to thank him for busting Epstein. That's it. Trump did not tell on anyone. He didn't. Why would he tell on a guy he fucking raped kids with? Come on, guys. Yes, absolutely. Smash. That's because we don't care. I don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or any Democrat. If you're a pedophile, you should fucking die as far as I'm concerned. I'll talk to you, dummy. All right. 410-941-9850. You just read it. Yeah. It never said that he informed on him. Never. I don't even know why it says he provided information. It's never said that before, and that's complete bullshit because I just read to you the only things that were said on the phone call. The only things. Jeffrey Epstein was a genius. What he did was create Bitcoin, which is a digital receipt of evidence for every single person. Well, he certainly didn't create a Bitcoin. It's the same guy. And you know what? My fucking phone doesn't want to let me block people unless I download some fucking app. So we'll just have to deal with his phone calls. But if anybody who wants to debate calls in, that would be great. Alex Acosta, sweetheart deal, Trump admin. How convenient. Oh, yeah. I know you guys don't know this, but Alex Acosta, the guy that gave Epstein the sweetheart deal, later became Trump's Secretary of Labor until there was such a big deal made out of it that he had to let him go.
Grant.
It's the same exact guy. Go ahead. Say it. Get it out of the way.
Am I on?
Yeah.
All right, listen, my name's Grant.
Yeah?
I am a Jew. I'm a MAGA Republican.
All right. Jesus Christ almighty. Holy shit. Trump wants to be king. America doesn't want a king. Well, MAGA does. What they don't realize is what MAGA doesn't realize is that there's no point in this anymore because nobody actually wants to call into debate. So what MAGA doesn't realize is that Trump's horrible policies are affecting them negatively. Them more than blue states. It's affecting them. Okay. So they don't realize they do not want him to be king. See, they're dumb. You got to understand that what I said a minute ago is true. If you look at the electoral map of 2024, that election, the least educated, poorest states in this country voted for Trump, all of them. The most educated, wealthiest states in this country voted for Kamala. It's just the way it is. I can prove it to you. Okay. So they don't know anything. So they sit around listening to Fox News and Donald Trump and Mike Johnson, and they really believe that Trump is helping them in some way. Even after the no tax on overtime shit turned out to be a big fucking ruse, another lie. You know, these idiots, whether they want to admit it or not, they thought they were going to be bringing home more money every week. And what did it turn out to be? A simple tax deduction, which isn't going to get you much money. There's a cap on it, and it expires in 2028. So it'll lower your taxable income by, whatever overtime you worked. And remember, it's not the whole wage. Like, in other words, it's only the half part of the time and a half. That's all that doesn't get taxed. So, they don't learn anything. They're incapable of learning. So they listen to Trump, they listen to Fox News, they listen to Republicans, and they think, man, this motherfucker's really working for us. This lifelong Democrat billionaire who was always pro-choice, hated Republicans, never worked a hard day in his life, somehow cares about us working people. He wants us to keep mining coal so we could die of black lung at 39 years old. They're very stupid people. They don't even realize how badly his bad policies affect them, their health, and every fucking thing else. They don't understand EPA regulations that are rolled back and all this stuff, how negatively that can affect their health and everything else. They don't get it. They don't know. They just know Trump gets rid of regulations. That's not always a good thing. You don't want that. Regulations are in place for a fucking reason. They have no clue of what they're talking about. That's why one person called into this show. It was the same guy every time, and he just wanted to talk about how great Hitler was. None of you would debate. John Bain, no, they're not. Unemployment is the highest it's been since COVID. Utilities are up. Groceries are up. New cars are up. Rents, mortgages, more expensive. Unemployment is, did I already say that? Yeah. As far as jobs, Joe Biden, after all the revisions, he created about 16.6 million jobs in 4 years. Donald Trump created, after the revisions, about 180,000 in 2025. In the whole year, 180,000 jobs. Okay. The economy is way worse off than it was under Biden. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion. This guy doesn't get anything. Epstein's so smart. He trapped everyone with Bitcoin and he made Bitcoin. This guy's an idiot. He didn't create Bitcoin. Why are you saying that? Are you serious? Do you believe Epstein created Bitcoin? Do you really fucking believe that? Holy shit. He let 16 million immigrants in. It's funny with you guys. Sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 12, 16, 20. I've gotten 50 million. Meanwhile, there's no way to tell how many illegal immigrants got in. You could look it up right now. There's no way to know. But we do know that 14 million are in this country right now. So you would have to assume that when Trump left office, there were zero illegals in this country. Like for the people that say 20 million, for example, you'd have to assume that there was no illegals when Trump left office. Biden opened up a huge gate and said, come on in, illegals. And he lets 20 million of them in. And Trump has now deported 6 million of those. So you got 14 now. If you believe that, you should get a fucking lobotomy. You're not going to call, Jesse. You're not going to call. Yes, he did. Yes, he did what? What does that mean? Listen, guys, let me school you. Again, I know you have learning disabilities and stuff, but guys, I say a whole bunch of shit. I look at a whole bunch of comments. The subject changes constantly and stuff. If you, and by the way, there's 400 fucking people. There's no possible way anybody, any human can look at the chat and see all the comments. So when I say whatever I say, and then you say, yeah, yes, he did, there is literally no possible way I could have any idea what you're talking about. So if you could, in the comments, maybe say, yes, he did this, or yes, he did that, the specific thing. You know what I mean? 14 million illegals jobs. What does that mean? Guys, illegal immigrants can't take your jobs. They do jobs you would never do for wages you'd never do them for. They can't take payroll jobs. They don't have social security numbers. Any job application on planet Earth, it says you must prove citizenship. Okay? You're out of your fucking minds. They also don't get welfare. They don't get Section 8. They don't get cash assistance. They don't get SNAP. They don't get Medicare. They don't get Medicaid. They don't get anything. Let me see. $335 people, guys. Again, I got a goal for today. I really would appreciate your help. Just the good guys. I don't care about MAGA, but please hit the like button and subscribe. Do it now if you can. And if you can also, please send a super chat. And if you're enjoying the show, right? I mean, it's just like tipping somebody who's, providing some service for you. If you could send a super chat or a cash app, that would be wonderful. All right, we'll give this one more shot. 410-941-9850. And the Nazi guy, I mean, you can keep calling back if you want, but I'm simply going to hang up on you. I don't want to hear about your Nazi bullshit. Don't hit the like button or subscribe. There you go. That should be all the motivation you need, good guys. One of the bad guys told you not to do it. So don't pay for this shit. Well, people who enjoy it might actually do so. You know, it's kind of a classy thing to do when you're watching somebody's live stream, so I don't think your advice to them is really going to mean anything. They're gonna, if they're gonna, they're not, if they're not. That's it. Who tips a moron for lying? Well, I don't lie, and I'm not a moron, so I couldn't tell you, honestly. I have no idea. No subs, no likes, unsubscribe. I don't think it's going to work. I got to be honest. Illegals only benefit the rich. No, not true at all. They pay $95 million a year in taxes. They pay into programs they'll never be able to collect from. You know what I'm saying? So, and by the way, if they didn't perform those jobs for the wages that they do, then hold on. If they didn't do those jobs for the wages that they do you know what everything would cost in this country? Like I heard a farmer say once that if all his the fuck? Same guy. Let me see if I can block this dude through the Google thing. Holy shit, bro. This is what I mean about you. David, whatever your name is, you're a fucking lowlife. Watch, it's him again, guarantee it.
Joe.
Oh, this might be a different guy.
To accept, press.
Hello?
Yeah. So I'm watching the show. I'm actually impressed you picked up because I called like 30 times.
Well, I turned the phone off because a Nazi kept calling.
I know. Listen, that's not all Republicans. I don't know what that guy's business is. So we're not all
No, I know you're not.
like that. Or
I know.
But listen, I've read the Epstein files, and from somebody who's had a family member that's very close to people in the DOJ and everything like that, I get where you're trying to conform your information, but you got to remember, a lot of that stuff is written out to take into perspective on how you view it. And nowhere in shape or form does it state that Donald Trump molested little girls. It does state that he had interactions with Epstein, let's be correct. It does not state that he had interactions on Epstein's Island, ever went to Epstein's Island.
Nobody said it did.
On a plane. Well, you're saying that the Epstein files basically indict him.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that on the island. They were molesting girls in Palm Beach and at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion in New York. If you read the files, you know that several of the accusations where the rape took place, it was at Trump's golf course and Mar-a-Lago.
Right. So here's the thing, though. Where does it specifically give testimony that from these people that were assaulted, that they came out also publicly to support these claims, where it said, "Oh, Donald Trump did this"? Because in the files, if you read it carefully, it nowhere does it say so and so. Because if you notice recently in the news that they released a lot of the victims' names.
Yeah.
They made that mistake. So
it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was a warning. It was a threat. They let them know that
from
if you come
like,
from Trump and the DOJ.
So a lot of the people. Okay, but here's the thing. Wasn't the DOJ just weaponized? Wasn't that the big thing where they were weaponized under Biden and everybody else against Donald Trump?
No, that's just what you guys say.
The DOJ for Donald
Trump? The DOJ
is
being weaponized under Donald Trump.
But it was weaponized against them. So how did it instantly overnight go from
How was it?
Do you know that
if Merrick Garland...
How did he beat all the charges? Sorry, go ahead. You were first.
He didn't beat the charges. He's a 34-time felon. And you know that Merrick Garland dragged his feet so much, he could have made some of those cases go forward sooner, and it would have made it so that Donald Trump couldn't even run for president again. But he didn't do it because he didn't want to appear to be biased.
Okay, so if there was no bias, right? So if it wasn't weaponized against him, how did Biden get away with all the crap that he got away with? How did Hunter Biden get away with all the stuff that he got away with?
Well, that's just that's exactly how you know it wasn't weaponized, because Hunter was convicted of a federal crime under that same DOJ you think was weaponized against Trump. And Joe Biden, hold on. And Joe Biden, no. He was convicted. Yeah, later he was pardoned, but that's because Cash Patel.
And then he was, right, by his dad, who controlled the DOJ, who them and every other Democrat did everything possible to keep Trump from winning again.
So why?
If you look at it,
okay, hold on.
There's proof.
How come they didn't go forward?
Everywhere that.
How come they didn't go forward charging him with the Insurrection Act and making it so that he can't possibly run again? How come they? If you know anything, you know Merrick Garland and Joe Biden are both pussies. If they would have actually prosecuted him for all the crimes he committed sooner, then he would be in prison right now. Just the Raffensperger case in Georgia alone is enough.
But what about all the things that Joe Biden was indicted on? Do you think he should be in jail then because of hearsay? Like when they confiscated Hunter Biden's laptop and all the shit that led part of my
Joe Biden was never indicted. Joe Biden was never indicted.
What do you mean there was? I'm sorry, he wasn't indicted, but there was things that led to where he should have been indicted for because he took part in criminal activity with Hunter Biden.
Well, but he didn't, though. You know why?
He came out and said, as my last act, I'm going, but this is what I don't get. So you, as a Democrat, you're saying, oh, it was okay that he pardoned his kid from all past, current, and future, which is impossible to do, criminal acts, and facing all charges. But then when Trump comes out and says, hey, I'm going to release some of these people that were at the Capitol and this and that, and I'm going to pardon them. You guys are like, whoa, wait, that's BS, pardon my French.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's biased on both sides. So, like,
no, it's not. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Hold on, bro. Biden, I truly believe Biden was not going to pardon his son. I don't know if you know this, but after Trump won the election, okay, Cash Patel did several interviews where he said, even if I have to create a crime, I will prosecute and convict Hunter Biden and the Biden family. That's why Joe Biden changed his mind and said, okay, now I'm pardoning them.
Right, but I agree with that. But there was enough evidence, and this is why. So let me ask you this. I don't know if you're a father or not. I am.
Yes, I am.
Okay? If I have 6 kids, and, to the whole daughter rape thing, for one thing, listen, like, if somebody rapes my daughter and somehow escapes, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that man never hurts another child at all.
Of course.
So if they had proof that Hunter Biden, like, for example, let's be honest, if you found out there was a child molester living next door hurting kids, and the cops said, well, we don't have any proof, but you knew deep down inside that man was hurting children, would you not do it, whatever it took, to put him away?
Yes.
Okay, so if there's proof that Hunter Biden is paying for prostitution, which if I paid for prostitutes and snorted cocaine and got caught with copious amounts of drugs, I would be literally for years.
What drugs did he get caught with? When did he get caught with drugs?
Oh, come on, dude. You're going to say that cocaine that was found and they were like, oh, it just magically appeared and it's not Hunter Biden's? There's proof on the laptop that he smoked crack. Like there's proof everywhere out
Yeah,
there. Just
yeah,
like
but okay.
we hide things.
Could
Just
you
like
tell
Cash
me?
Patel, like you're saying, was like.
Hold on.
Go
So in other words, it's your opinion that that cocaine in the White House, where hundreds of people work every day, it's your opinion that that belonged to Hunter, even though Hunter didn't do powder cocaine, he smoked crack.
But see, there it is. There you are. But how do you make crack cocaine?
You
What
cook,
do you cook?
You cook powder cocaine.
Ah, see, step one.
Can
So
you
how
tell
does
me
a drug
when
dealer make
Hunter
crack
was in the
cocaine?
White House? When was he in the White House?
He was Joe Biden's son. You're going to tell me that his son never stepped foot in the White House?
As far as I know, no. So if you're making the claim, the
Exactly.
burden of proof is on you to explain when he was in the White House and could have left cocaine there.
His kid is at the White House. You're telling me if you became president, your kid would never step foot in the White House?
Considering all the
Just because
controversy,
it wasn't on television.
considering all the controversy, I would assume Hunter was not in there. He might have been, but again, you're making the leap of saying in this White House where there's 100 people, most of which are just ordinary people, there's some cocaine found and it must be Hunter's. And by the way, you moved the goalpost because the first thing you said is that he was found with copious amounts of drugs. Now you're saying he wasn't found with them.
That there was copious amounts. When I say copious, there was enough that because I live in a horrible Democratic state and city in Pennsylvania, and our
I know you're a
district
Philly
attorney
guy.
is the worst. Yeah, I am. And District Attorney Krasner is a piece of trash.
Yeah.
So let me put it to you this way. No, he is, because the Temple guy that got killed, the guy that killed him was released because he was of a different color, and he's a black rights activist, previous attorney, and he said, oh, he deserves to be free. He's letting people out on gun charges left and right.
Well, I don't know
My point
anything
is,
about
I
that,
hate
so I
to
can't
say,
comment
if
on
I
it.
got arrested right now, I'm telling you right now, with cocaine, I would literally be facing minimum
But
year.
he didn't get arrested with cocaine, bro.
But there was proof. So, okay, here, let's put it this way. So if the DEA doesn't catch me with cocaine in my car, but they have 6 months of evidence, wiretaps, phones, whatever, computers, that show that I was manufacturing narcotics and transporting them, but they didn't catch me with anything on my person.
Well, now
I
again,
should
you
walk free.
just
How many drug
added
dealers
you
do we
just
put on?
added a whole investigation and a whole case that didn't exist with
His
Hunter.
laptop had everything we needed to prosecute. All I'm
No,
trying to say is we're
do
getting
you
away from
know?
stuff. All I'm trying
Do
to
you
say is-
know what's your name, Alex?
No, Joe.
Joe. Do you know that if I walked into my local police station here today and said, hey, officer, I just sold 10 kilos of cocaine, and I swear to God I did, there's nothing they could do about it. Do you know that I am, unfortunately, and I'm not proud of this, a 2-time convicted drug dealer that knows how these cases work? And you literally, if they do an investigation like you're saying, yeah, there has to be controlled buys, there has to be sales. You can't just say somebody had cocaine, and even the person who had it, even if they confess to it, there's nothing a cop can do. Controlled buys are so meticulous the way they have to go down for it to stand up in court. It's insane.
That's not true. Do you want to know why? Because, and I'm only going to explain to you why.
Go ahead.
Because my wife is LEO, my brother's LEO. You remember, I don't know, you probably heard about it. You know the school cop that got shot in Philly like 10 times? That was my father-in-law, or my stepfather.
Sorry
And
to hear
then
that.
my grandfather's a cop. I can tell you right now, all my friends are cops, that right now if I go and say, hey, that dude's selling drugs, 5 Squad Narcotics, whoever it takes, they're going to get the information passed on, and they're going to watch you. And they're either going to say, hey,
well, now you moved the goalpost
Take
again.
interaction with you.
Yeah,
so now, your house. If you
so
say
now
no,
you moved the goalpost again. So now, yes, they might watch you.
hell, you just said they wouldn't do nothing. But this is what I'm
No,
trying to
I
say
said they
is
can't
that we're getting
bust
away from the
you
Trump
for
topic.
saying you have drugs or for somebody telling on you for having drugs. They can't do it. Guys, please hit the like and
They
subscribe.
can though. That's the shit. That is the world we live in, where that's like me saying, hey, that dude's a registered sex offender. If I were to call right now and say, hey, I called this dude's phone and he said he was going to go diddle a kid, they would come and interact with you. They might not have the proof enough to put cuffs on you, but they would interact with you and let you know, like, this is what was said. This is why we're here. That is how it works. So if I said, hey, you're selling drugs, guess what? They're going to investigate. That's what they did. They confiscated his laptop. But back to the
But no. Hold on. We're not going to move on from that because I'm going to tell you one of my own personal stories. So I got set up at one point in a controlled buy. I got busted because they had the cocaine. They had the confidential informant I sold the coke to, right? Now, a couple of weeks before that, and the drug task force told me this, I met the same informant at her house, okay? But she came outside and got in my car. I gave her an 8 ball of cocaine, right? But She went into an alley before she went back into her house. They literally didn't even follow through with that charge because in court, I could have said I didn't give it to her. She picked it up in the alley. So it's so difficult to prosecute a drug case. It's so difficult.
It also depends on your DA.
Listen, laws are
DAs
laws.
can pick and choose when they want cases. But when it comes to the DOJ, like, don't get me wrong. Do I think it's a little on Trump's favor now? Yes. But do I think he had every right to with what the hell he went through? Absolutely.
What hell did he go through?
Dude, what do you mean? They tried to hit him with every charge and put him under the
Okay, so let's go charge by charge.
They did
Which
everything
one?
they could. When they knew they were going to lose, they tried to hit him with everything.
They knew they were going to lose, like, immediately after he left office? After he lost?
Did you not hear you didn't hear where they talked about and they released it and they even said, I know you'll say it's made up, but where they said Kamala's going to lose, especially when Joe Biden's wife said, this is BS, you should have never pulled him. And she even said, basically, not in the exact words, I can't remember what her exact words were, but she even said, had you not put Kamala in, we would have probably had a shot at this thing.
Okay, so it was her opinion after. So hold on. So what you just said is after Kamala lost, Jill Biden expressed her opinion that if we would have kept Joe in, we would have won. Even though you just said a minute ago that they knew they were going to lose, and that's why they started prosecuting him, even though before the election was even close, they started prosecuting him. And let's go charge by charge.
When Joe Biden, no, what I'm saying is when Joe Biden first ran, because that shows where the step came from, when Joe Biden first ran, was there not speculation like, we don't know if Joe Biden can take Donald Trump? We don't know if he's going to win this thing. And that's when it started coming out where investigators started saying, look, they're paying people to here. They're paying people to there. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're showing this. They're showing that.
Every single election that's ever taken place, both sides speculate that they might lose. I mean, are you kidding me?
So the mail fraud, that was legitimately made up too?
What mail fraud?
When they caught the mail guy trying to run into Canada with, I forget how many thousands of votes.
Yeah, that was fake.
And he even said, come on, dude.
If not, then where?
There's a police report about it.
So that mail guy was locked up. Right?
Yeah, he was locked up because he stole federal U.S. mail. And
a guy stole federal.
And he had thousands of mail-in ballots.
Okay,
that he was trying to take and destroy.
Okay, so what did that have to do with the outcome of the election?
What do you mean? That was during the election where Trump lost.
So a single individual, if this is even true, a single individual.
No, he wasn't the sole reason why he lost.
Well, who was?
There was multiple things like that because he wasn't the only one committing mail fraud.
Well, who was? Who else?
Like, dude, what do you mean? It was dude, they faked so many votes.
No, they didn't.
I'll give you an example. So listen, I'll give you I'll tell you why, and I'll give you an example. It's not. So I have a friend.
There's still a subject from 10 minutes ago I didn't even get to respond to. Holy fuck. Are you enough?
I have a friend's husband.
You gotta relax, bro. Relax.
No, I am relaxed. I'm at work trying to talk to you at work. But what I'm saying is, listen, this is why I can prove that your mail fraud theory and mail-in ballot, isn't false. I have a friend whose husband was a cop. He was doing a police ride and died in a motorcycle accident.
Who cares?
Listen, he died in a motorcycle accident. She got a letter saying, thank you for your vote. How, when he died a year and a half before, did he cast his vote?
He didn't.
He did, but okay. So when the Democrats,
you're talking about. Hold on. You're talking about a story you heard, and I'm supposed to believe it.
It's not a story I heard. It's a story I know, and there's thousands of counts of it. I'm not the only one.
Where?
Dude, they brought it, and you're also saying illegal immigrants. They can't get SSI or welfare. In Philadelphia,
exactly. In Philadelphia, exactly. In cities. If you listen to what I said, I literally said they can't. I literally said no illegals can get federally funded welfare or health care. Cities can do whatever they want.
They were getting welfare.
No, they weren't. Let me guess. You know a guy who told a girl that another girl one time knew an immigrant that got welfare?
What do you?
Because hold on. No, all right, listen, you've dominated the conversation. Now we're going to start from the beginning, okay? So hold on. So first,
because you're repeating yourself.
No, I'm not, bro. They can't Google it right now.
Are.
Look up Ken.
I'm not Googling it. I'm driving my phone.
Oh, you were just working a minute ago. Okay.
I am. I work as a truck driver. I drive
Okay.
across the country.
So do you know that if you research it anywhere, the answer you're going to get is that illegals cannot vote and they cannot receive federally funded welfare or Medicare or Medicaid.
Dude, I'll take a week off and we'll go Maryland. We'll go Pennsylvania.
Again.
I'll take you up to Maine. I'll take you up to Connecticut. We can go to Massachusetts. And I guarantee you, we can go to the welfare offices and we can do a live stream and I will stand right there. And if God has helped me, if I'm wrong, I'll give my name,
You are wrong.
phone number, address, everything.
You are wrong. Hey, let me ask you something.
Right
Hold on, bro. How do you get welfare without a social security number?
Are you serious? Look at the.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
no.
You're stumped on that
Look
one.
at.
Yeah.
No. So I'm going to explain it to you right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Right
if
now.
you go to the office, so homeless people, they get help from our city's welfare, which is federally funded because cities are federally funded.
Mhm.
It's not just local tax and state tax. All that comes from federal.
Mhm.
Why do you think Minneapolis?
So
gets
now you
$1
move the
funded into that?
goalpost to homeless
listen, I'm gonna
American
tell you why.
citizens.
So
Jesus
I'll tell
Christ,
you how
bro.
they get it. Because they go in there. Homeless people don't have IDs or SSIs, but they get it. They
No,
go
they
in
don't.
there and they say, especially in these sanctuary cities,
You
they
can't
give
get it without an
Democrats
SSI.
funded.
You think homeless people don't have a social security number? You out of your fucking mind?
They have a social security number, but how many of them know it? I can take you right to New York City right now and ask the dude, what's your
When
social
do you
security
think
number?
people
They'll
become
say, "I don't
homeless?
know,
When
I
they're
never had a
4?
card."
What do you mean? A lot of homeless people live normal lives before they came homeless. You got, bro. Listen, hold on, Jeff.
Hey, guess what? If I ask her
Kyle.
social security number, she doesn't know it by heart.
Andy, relax. Hold on. Can illegal immigrants receive federally funded Medicare or Medicaid or
Wait, are
welfare?
Are we phoning a friend right now?
I'm researching it. Based on long-standing federal law, specifically the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996, undocumented illegal immigrants are generally ineligible from federal means-tested benefits, including non-emergency Medicaid, Medicare, and cash assistance like welfare. And I don't know what TANF is. So there you go. I don't care about your anecdotal evidence. All MAGA people have stories. Somebody I knew did this, even though it's impossible to do.
Go out into the city.
I don't care what you hear, bro. It is not possible.
Not hearing it, seeing with your eyes. We don't all
what do you see with your eyes? What do you see? What do you see with your eyes?
I go everywhere from Detroit, California.
Okay, now what do you see with your eyes? What do you see with your eyes?
What do I see?
Yeah.
When I go to a store, I see dudes coming in with welfare cards that are Spanish that can't speak a lick of English.
Okay. And you check their citizen. Hold on. Do you check their citizen? Bro, you got to relax. I'm going to hang up on you. You're as rude as a motherfucker, bro. I don't know if you know, but you called me. Yeah, relax. Relax. So in other words, you check their citizenship too while you're in the store.
But I don't check their citizenship.
Okay, so it's based on your feeling that they're illegal.
Okay, so wait, what are you based on when you said, didn't you contradict yourself when you said no immigrants came in here and stole your guys' jobs? And then you said these immigrants do the jobs that you guys aren't willing to work for.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why they didn't steal your jobs, because they're doing illegal, jobs
so
you wouldn't.
Guess what? The conversion rate is 1 to 16 for Mexico's currency exchange. I was just down there, 1 to 16. So if they're going to come in here, and I'll tell you what, if somebody who's worked for unions, they're not making chump change. If they're in the laborers and on laborers' jobs, they're making $30 an hour. So if they send home $1,000, that's $16,000 to them.
Listen, illegal immigrants cannot get jobs where they have to prove citizenship. They cannot.
Right, there it is, but there's the loophole. They don't have to prove. If they go to construction jobs, I could take you to 3 different companies right now that aren't state or federally based, working on interstates that are just, demoing buildings and shit like that.
So again, the illegals.
There are illegals. There are illegals in here that are getting paychecks.
Are they paying less than they would pay an American citizen?
What do you mean? If an 18-year-old kid went and did the same job they're doing, they would get paid the same amount?
No, they wouldn't, because then they would just hire American citizens. There's more jobs than there are people right now, bro.
No, there's not, because this generation is lazy as shit.
Yeah, okay. It's always this generation. So in other words, everything, if you listen to yourself, everything you said so far is based on your opinion of things. Like, let me give you an example. Joe Biden, you keep saying he broke laws. Do you know who cleared Joe? Do you know who cleared Joe Biden? Do you know who cleared him of any wrongdoing? Who cleared Joe Biden of any wrongdoing?
He was cleared.
Yeah.
Was he ever fully cleared?
Yes, he was fully cleared. He didn't pardon himself. That never happened.
Really? He pardoned his whole fucking family.
Oh, okay. So now you moved the goalpost again. First he pardoned himself. Now he pardoned his family.
Who pardoned?
He was cleared by a Republican House Oversight Committee and a Republican Judiciary Committee of any wrongdoing.
Oh, you mean the people that worked for Joe Biden and the Republicans?
No, I mean
basically everybody that sided.
They don't work. Republicans don't work for President Trump. The Republicans were weaponized against Donald Trump. Think about what you're saying.
Democrats.
No, you just said the Republicans.
I said Republican. Okay, Democrat. My bad.
So the Republicans cleared him of any wrongdoing. You can look it up. And
how many Republicans have switched parties? How many Democrats switched parties?
They didn't switch parties, bro. They wanted to impeach him, so they did investigations to find impeachable offenses, and guess what they found? 0. So they cleared him of any wrongdoing, and they wouldn't even take a vote on impeachment, even though they investigated it 4 fucking times.
Wasn't Obama a puppet?
No.
Wasn't he basically
Trump is a puppet.
For the right, so was Joe Biden.
Trump
is basically the face that hides, as you would want to call him, I don't believe in him, but Illuminati.
Oh,
so,
God.
Let's say you have this super powerful group, okay, of the Epsteins and everybody else. Let's be honest. The guy's a nut job. The guy that came in and said, oh, the Jews run the country. But, you know what I'm saying? But there are those select powerful people. Like Elon Musk. I'm not going to lie. He's a very powerful dude that has a lot to say in what happens in our country. So if I'm your best friend and I help you get into office and I say, hey, I think you should do this, you're going to do it. Because you're always going to have that voice inside your head. Let's be honest, Joe Biden might not have been guilty of actually doing it.
So who's the person that put Joe Biden in office?
All the Democrats and everybody that literally committed mail fraud ballot.
Bro, let me explain something to you, okay? You could research it through Grok, which is Elon Musk's AI. You could research it through ChatGPT. You could research it anywhere you want. There was no outcome determinative fraud in the 2020 election. Fox News, the ones that were telling you that, had to pay a $787 million defamation settlement because they lied to you. 60 federal judges said, we found nothing. Hold on. Donald Trump hired a firm to find voter fraud. They couldn't find it.
When did they find that there was no evidence? Who was in office?
Well, Trump's in office now.
No, when they said
okay, so Biden was in office. Biden was in office, and now Trump's in office. So why isn't Trump doing something about this?
Because he's focusing on the bigger things. He's not worried about what election he already
You mean the guy who
making sure child molesters like him aren't there?
You mean the guy that said that fucking his ballroom is his main priority? The guy that is constantly fucking with people, posting racist videos of the Obamas? The guy who literally is only worried about his own vanity, naming shit after himself? And the guy that, yes, is 100% credibly accused in the Epstein files of being a pedo, bro. If you can't see he's a pedo, you're a fucking moron. No offense.
Hold on, wait. So when Bill Clinton was found guilty of having sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky in the office, what did they do to him? What happened to him?
He wasn't found guilty.
There's one word. He was impeached.
Impeached is a formal charge.
Credible evidence that our president was literally finger blasting little girls. You don't think there's enough people, because we're actually educated, even though you think we're not.
You're not.
That would say, because all of us are parents, because I'll tell you what, right now, president or not, anybody who touches my kid, I don't care if you're...
Well, that's any father, bro. That doesn't make you special. No shit. Me too. So
right,
what?
That's any father, but how many fathers are MAGA? So you're saying if there was credible evidence of that we wouldn't be in uproar? That we wouldn't be up in arms saying,
yes. There is credible evidence,
no credible
Bob.
evidence.
There is credible evidence.
I forgot. Only Republicans lie. So when Kamala Harris said, "I'd like to say we're the first office and first candidates to actually withdraw all U.S. troops out of every war zone. We don't have a single boot on the ground that's in an active combat zone." That's bullshit, because as a veteran, I have friends that are still over there. Okay, so you're going to tell me Democrats don't lie?
You're talking about
Come on now.
Hold on. You're talking about. Hold on, bro. Hold on. You're too much for me. Jesus. You never shut the fuck up. Kamala Harris.
Because you're wrong, bro.
Donald Trump lied 30,000 times in his first term. Verifiable lies. You could look it up anywhere. And you're talking about Kamala saying one thing that was wrong.
That's only one factor, or 1 point. Did we just have a discussion on talking points a second ago?
Trump lied 30,000 times, bro. You're just gonna gloss over that?
So you think that was the only time she lied? Joe Biden lied? Or no, you want to talk about
credibility? Listen, I know that if it was, I know. Did you just say Obama's black ass? Did you just say Obama's black ass? No, you said black ass. You said black ass.
No, I said black ass.
It's okay, but you said it. You know you said it.
You're right. I know. Just like you're not a pedophile, right, bro?
Of course I'm not.
You're not a convicted drug dealer, right?
Well, yeah, what does that mean?
You can't get a job anywhere because you have a felony on your record.
Yes, I can.
And you don't want to work, so you sit on behind the computer and
bro,
you're literally like, please, people, donate.
Do you know that? Do you know? Hold on.
Because right now,
bro,
everybody that's
do you know that it?
Do you know?
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know that I make about $120,000 a year sitting here doing YouTube? And I pay taxes.
I make more than you.
And I pay taxes.
What? I actually contribute to society.
What do you got to do to make that much? What do you got to do?
Drive a truck.
Exactly. What do I got to do?
And sit there, get fat, and put words in people's mouths.
I'm not fat.
Like all fucking Democrats.
Look, it's all personal insults now because you've been beaten relentlessly in this fucking debate.
You just tried to call me a liar and put words in my mouth and call me a racist. Like
I didn't call you a racist. You said Obama's black ass.
You said I used the word black. See, I didn't say that, and guess what? All your fucking viewers right now are smart enough and educated enough, whether Republican or Democratic, to see what you were about and how you put words in people's mouths.
I did not. You said black ass, and then you caught yourself, and you said that you said rat ass. Now, why did you call Obama rat ass?
Your character and your pissed.
Okay, so you said
whack.
All right.
You know why he was whacked?
Oh, wow.
Because the first thing he did when he came in office was not address the needs of the people. It was to make Cabbage Patch dolls for his kid. So, yes, he was a horrible, shitty president. Hillary's a corrupt criminal. Yeah. Biden lost his mind. It was basically with a hand up his ass puppeted. Okay. And because you guys cannot win the election and we will not accept rainbows on sidewalks, we won't give sanctuary to child molesters.
See, it's coming
we
out
won't
of
allow our
you
country to be overrun by immigrants. You call us tyrannical Nazis. You're right. And you know what? You're right with your comment earlier. Right, I don't accept my train. My one son's gay. And you know what I told him? I don't care if you're gay, bro. I will respect you and love you wholeheartedly as long as you don't put a wig on and try to go read books and tell kids it's okay to not be what God intended you to be. So you know what? Yeah. So I'm glad that we had this conversation because you literally, by you saying, you said black, every one of your viewers heard it. Every one of your viewers know that Democrats are nothing but liars, and they will do everything within their power to hurt somebody's reputation.
Donald Trump lied 30,000 times in his first term. I'll say it again. And 36 times in his debate against Biden.
Still your president.
So don't what? So Joe Biden was your president. Oh, bro, the day, hold on, truck driver. Hey, truck driver, the day I'm in the position, the day I'm in the position where I have to worry about saving $4 a week is the day I fucking kill myself. Okay, it'll never happen.
$4 a week. What are you saving $4 a week? It'd be $4 a gallon. Or then you're telling us
where are they saving $4 a gallon? Where are they saving $4 a gallon?
Gas is on the down and down.
Where are they saving $4 a gallon?
What do you mean? In California, it was over $4 a gallon for gas.
So now it's free because you just said they save $4 a gallon.
I didn't say it's free. I said it's going to come down. But you said no.
You said
I never said $4.
You said $4. What? Guys, did he not just say $4 a gallon? Is he out of his fucking mind?
After you said $4, you said when I worry about saving $4 a week.
Yeah, and you said it's $4 a gallon. It's literally
I said gas is coming down. I said
you said $4 a gallon.
Joe Biden's gas,
bro.
That's fine, bro, because everybody heard what I said. Rewind the video like your ass told us to for your phone number.
I will as soon
Rewind
as
the
we.
video.
I will. I will.
Go ahead, and you're gonna say, "Crap." You know what? You didn't say black. I lied about that. He never said 4. I'm the one that said it first. I said, "Don't go pump Joe Biden's gas or Donald Trump's gas."
You said $4 a gallon. You said people are saving $4 a gallon.
Whatever you Democrats want to believe, but listen, be like Rosie O'Donnell and leave our country. Because when Joe Biden was in office, I said that sucks, and I put my head down and I said, I'll work harder to pay my bills because he's about to fuck this country.
And how did he do that?
I made sure my kids still did that.
How did Joe Biden?
And
how did he fuck this country? Tell me.
He opened the floodgates to let immigrants in. That's why little girls, you want to talk about pedophiles, were getting raped and tortured under a bridge for hours.
Oh yeah, who? How many? How many illegals? Hold on, you got to stop moving on to new shit, Alex. You're tripping.
No, you asked for
Kevin.
examples. I'm giving you more than one.
Billy, calm down. You're tripping right now.
Billy, son?
Yeah, Billy. Isn't that your name?
Get my name right for one.
All right, Jonathan.
No, it's not. You've gotten it wrong 3 times.
All right,
listen. You want me to just call you son every time and disrespect you?
Lewis, listen. You got to calm down. You're all messed up. You're all messed up and you're tripping.
I know you like to put words in people's
Why are you
mouths
driving a tractor trailer
like
on methamphetamines? Why are you doing that?
Methamphetamines, I get federally drug tested because, I'm not an illegal immigrant and I have to give a random drug test all the time.
Did you get tested today?
I'm not a convicted felon that has to sit behind YouTube all day because I support trannies and rainbow sidewalks.
I don't support
that. For money and donations.
I don't beg people for shit. Well, yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. Yeah, that's what people are supposed to do. You want me to rewind the video and watch it? And how many times I'll write it down on a tally board for you and hear how many times you said, please, it was 3 times. I'll just tell you, it was 3 times.
Okay, I'll rewind it. We'll count because I mean, you already got the number 4 wrong, saying I said it first and saying that I said black.
I didn't say you said it first, fucktard. I said you're saving 4. The day I said the day I have to worry about saving $4 a week is the day I take myself out. And you said $4 a week. It's $4 a gallon.
Yeah, because guess what? If you took $4 a gallon off the cost of California gas, you'd still be paying for gas. That's how expensive it is out there.
Except $4. Except no gas is down $4 a gallon, and you just keep moving the goalposts. No, but it's coming down. It's an improvement from where Biden was. And that is all that matters. Is that the country, its debt, our taxes, everything takes a turn, and instead of fucking plummeting because Democrats ran our shit to the ground, and we're more worried about sanctuary cities and Brian,
immigrants.
Hey Brian.
Oh, here we go, calling different names again.
Do you know that groceries are more expensive now than they were under Biden? Utilities are up.
Coming from a man who has to feed
up 10%.
Kids and a wife. Yeah, no, they're not.
You got 6 kids?
No, I have 6 kids, exactly. And guess what? I support all of them. Yeah. And they all have.
Oh, so you're a father. I love how you guys look for extra credit for doing what you're supposed to do. I always supported my kid too.
For extra credit. You're telling me groceries, and I'm giving you an example on how I know.
Groceries are more expensive than they were under Biden. Utilities.
So tell me this: if they were more expensive,
utilities.
Why are all my utilities down? Why are all my
your utilities
down?
are up? They're not down. They're not down. Nationwide, utilities are up. Down. Electric is up 10% nationwide. Yes, it is.
My wife hasn't gotten a raise, and neither have I in 4 years. So answer me this:
everything is more expensive.
I'm able to start saving on gas and utilities and everything else.
You're not.
And now I'm actually putting more of my savings away. I'm not.
You're not. No, you're not saving on utilities. Everybody's utilities are up. Groceries are up. New cars are more expensive. Rents, mortgages, everything's more. And we have the highest unemployment rates we had since COVID.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We're actually where the company. You'll probably notice because you watch.
Now he's going to tell me that his company.
You'll probably know where I work. When I say this, why is my company offering $150,000 for 30,000 employees to walk away? $150,000 per employee for 30,000 to walk away.
Well, you tell me.
Exactly. You know why? Because companies like that I work for that are billion-dollar companies have too many employees because unemployment's not at its lowest.
Mm-hmm. It's at its highest. You're right.
I can leave right now and go get another job. I can take that $150K and I can bet you $100K that within 7 days I have another job.
It's because so many people aren't working.
You know why?
Because they're
It's
unemployed.
this generation. No, it's this generation that Democrats are raising with story time with Tranny saying, I have trauma and I have anxiety. I can't work in a public space. During COVID, I was
This is another thing
Fox
Fox News is telling you. That's another thing.
My office.
That's another thing Fox News is telling you. Yeah. Meanwhile, my 22. Meanwhile, it's funny. My 22-year-old stepson is a fucking truck driver. My 25-year-old daughter is a professional. But yeah, nobody in this generation wants
professional what?
I'm not going to tell you exactly what she does.
I mean, all strippers are professional, bro. If you don't want to put it out there, what do we hide facts like Democrats do?
You see what you got to do? This is why I make fun of you the way.
Oh, you mean like you put the word black in my mouth?
You just called my daughter a stripper, you animal. I'm super offended that a South Philly retard who has the most obnoxious accent on planet Earth just said my daughter is a stripper. Oh, Delco, you're from Delco? You're a Delco guy? You a Delco guy?
No, I'm not a Delco.
No, yeah.
Negative. You might want to keep going north. Try like Yardley, Falls Township.
Nobody's even ever heard of that.
Suburbs because I work for a living.
Yeah. You know, most people work for a living. You know, everybody works for a living, right?
Do you? So sitting behind a computer and hitting the buttons working for a living?
Yeah, it's just a better job than yours. It's no less of a job than yours. It's just a better one.
Dude, you have 300 viewers all right now. I'm sorry, what's it up to now? 316?
What's your point?
I can't view my phone.
How many do you get on a live stream?
How is that a job?
I got 2 million views in the last 3 weeks.
You know why I'm not on a live stream? Because I contribute to society.
So do I.
You order your marijuana because you're a convicted felon and can't get a job.
I'm 6.5 years clean and sober.
I got a medical marijuana card. Guess who delivers it? When your daughter who catches AIDS from stripping needs medication, to make sure she doesn't get fucking sick.
Bro, keep talking. This is what I want people to hear. This is what I say about you guys.
You're proving to spreading fucking ideologies. You state no facts. And when
everything I've said is a fact. You're just dumb.
Like putting the word black in my mouth. Rewind your video.
You didn't just call my daughter a whore and I attacked you by calling you out for saying what you said. You lying cocksucker.
I never said the W word. Never said that. That's not what I said.
You said black. We're talking about black.
No, I didn't. Rewind the video. Rewind that video. Can you rewind it right now while you're on it? Go on your phone and rewind it.
Everybody heard it. Guys, did he say black? Tell me.
I know everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Everybody heard it.
You said Obama's black ass.
I guarantee you.
You said Obama's black ass.
I said whack. Did I also call your daughter a whore or stripper?
Well, you said a lot of strippers. What was it exactly? A lot of strippers.
I said all strippers are professionals. But wait, you just said
No, you said AIDS. You said something about AIDS. You said something about AIDS. Are strippers whores?
I said, guess what? I never said that.
I think so. I think they are.
Some of them.
So if you call somebody's daughter a stripper, you call them a whore, right?
I never said that.
You know what I don't respect about you is that you know what I don't respect about you. You know what I don't respect about you is that you're a coward.
I don't care if you respect me. That's
you're
the
a coward.
difference between Republicans and Democrats.
No, you're a coward.
We don't care about your views because they're wrong.
But you're a coward, though.
I'm a coward.
You won't even admit when you say something. You won't even admit you said it. You run and hide from shit you've done.
I'm asking you to rewind it so you can look like an idiot because all 300 and whatever number of your viewers are going to rewind it and be like, holy shit, he's a liar.
Let them.
The dude that called in was correct.
Yeah, you said black ass.
But see, this is what happens. You Democrats get caught up. No, I said whack, and guess what? That's why I'm telling your viewers to rewind it.
Go ahead.
Because once again, there's evidence. And when they say that, watch your viewers drop off like, damn, I'm going to the Republican side because they actually tell the truth, and we don't have feelings.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think that people who are against pedophilia would ever go to the Republican side? You're crazy. You guys are all pedophiles.
Well, see, here goes the pedophile attack now.
Oh, you don't like it. You don't like it.
Who was sniffing kids?
Did you rape your daughters? Did you rape your daughters? Tell me the truth. Did you rape your daughters?
Because you can't get a job.
Oh, okay. Why can't I get a job? Let me ask you. Why can't I get a job? Why can't I get a job? What year do you think this is?
No, where's your job at?
I've had jobs of my entire life. My last job was in a factory building Harleys on third shift every night for fucking years. Yeah, I've worked jobs my whole life, bro. It's really not a big deal. It's just what people do. I found a better way. No, I worked in factories, fucktard. That's what I did.
Oh, you worked at a
And I
factory,
never
paid
had a
$9
problem
an
getting
hour,
a
while the
job.
illegal immigrants paid $30 an hour.
No, well, they couldn't work there.
And
The
then you
illegal
came
immigrants
over-
can't
and then
get
you came
payroll
over and
jobs.
jerk off to watch your president sniff little kids.
He never did that.
Oh, he never did. He's on TV looking at in denial. I love it, bro.
You want to see
I love it.
something?
Listen,
Hold on,
you're
hold
so
on.
fucking shit up,
Did
bro.
did
There's
Joe
no-
Biden
there's no
ever
evidence
sniff
Donald
kids?
Trump. You're
Listen.
mad at your president. Joe Biden
Listen.
sniffed kids. Hunter Biden fucks
Listen.
prostitutes. He banged strippers. One of them was probably your kid.
All right.
And that's why you're in such high, fucking regard of Joe Biden. Listen,
All right.
your president sniffed kids. You sniff kids. You
Okay.
probably got a collection of little dolls that you touch.
All right. Listen, guys. Did Joe Biden ever sniff kids?
Yes, Joe Biden sniffed kids.
Video clips circulating online that appear to show Joe Biden sniffing children have been widely debunked by fact checkers as digitally altered or taken out of context.
On national television,
It wasn't on national television. There was no sniffing sound. You added that.
Our Republicans are dude, we must have fucking anonymous working for us because we just AI'd the shit out of these videos.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
You're so great.
You got to
Yeah,
fact check
there's
that.
evidence in the Epstein files. I'll make you a deal. Why don't you pull up on your screen exact lines in the Epstein files, exact fucking words where it says Donald Trump molested children with Epstein. I'll wait.
Well, what do you want? You want the accusations?
Pull it up on the screen where there's evidence.
Well, here's some of it. Evidence. So you want? Okay.
Says that
See,
Donald Trump sexually assaulted children.
well, there's many accusations that say that.
There's the keyword accusations. What do we live by the saying in this country? Innocent.
But you're accusing Joe Biden of sniffing kids, even though I proved to you it never happened.
You called me a pedophile.
Well, that's because you talked
Where's
about my
your proof
daughter,
at,
and I wanted to
son?
show that you could dish it out, but you can't take it because you're a sensitive little
Oh, I can
snowflake.
take it. We can do this all day, bro. That's why I said your president's a pedophile. He's the one sniffing little kids.
Oh, so
That's why he.
Oh, so
that's why-
okay,
that's
so
why
let's
he
just
forced
say
the child
now,
because they ran a train on
hold on,
Elmo and shit.
hold on. Now,
You know,
so
while watching
now,
Big Bird.
so now the guy, he didn't just sniff kids, which he didn't do, but let's just say he did. That makes him a pedophile.
Oh, he definitely did. Yeah, I'm sorry. So what other reason would you have besides liking to sniff kids? So let me ask you this: you're not a pedophile, right?
He never
So
sniffed
you
kids.
sniff your daughter when your kids were little. You sniffed your kids just because it was the normal thing to do. I'm pretty sure that between all my kids between the ages of 17 and 6, I've never sniffed one of them.
Yeah, well, neither did
Because
Joe
normal parents
Biden.
don't
That's
go
the
around
thing.
Sniffing their
Joe
kids.
Biden didn't either. You just keep saying he did, even though I proved you wrong.
I'm pretty sure everybody right now is telling you, like, yeah.
No,
you're
it's
wrong.
stupid
There's
people like
definitely
yourself
evidence
are
of Joe
telling me
Biden
that.
sniffing.
But people that
I know,
actually
we're
fact check
stupid.
things know differently. Hey, let me ask you
So,
something.
all you
Donald
hypocrites
Trump,
that
hold
are
on,
saying there's
hold
more
on,
than two
hold on.
genders, is that
Donald Trump has said basically in so many words on multiple occasions that he wants to fuck his own daughter. Is that weird?
I'll post it to the screen. I'll wait.
All
Post
right.
it to the screen where it.
All right, watch. I'm posting it. Watch.
I'm waiting.
All right, watch.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no left.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's That's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true.
What are you saying, Jerry?
Who was the media source that just reported that?
There were the things he said. I could give you the source for every clip.
Who was no, I asked who was the media source that you just put on? What news channel was that? What media source?
It was not a media source. TYT put together a compilation of videos. They put together a compilation of videos. They put together a compilation of, huh?
Right. Independent journalism?
What?
Is it a person that runs their own channel and this and that?
Well, technically, yeah, it's TYT. But it was just a compilation.
Exactly.
It was a compilation, bro. All those clips are from somewhere.
A compilation of Democratic run channels.
So Trump, they made Trump say those words. They made Trump tell Robin Leach. They made Trump speculate to Robin Leach about how big his daughter's titties will be when she was only 4 years old. Howard Stern made Donald Trump say that his daughter is very voluptuous.
Are those words coming out of his mouth?
Yes. They're coming directly out of him. Huh?
Did they have actual live footage or recorded footage of him saying those words?
Yes.
Audio recording.
Yes, the whole world has seen this stuff.
Anything like that. I heard an independent journalist who put clips together, which in today's society, I could put clips together of you saying that you did a little kid. Does that make it true?
Well, if there's video of me saying I did a little kid, then yes, it would be true. These videos are of Trump saying these things.
You did a little kid, so if I take
I didn't.
And I edit that, you said if there's video evidence of me saying I did a little kid, so if I took that clip and put videos together and you say,
okay,
and all I show is that clip saying
all
I
right.
did a little kid.
So on Entertainment Tonight, when he was being interviewed and he looked at a 10-year-old girl going up an escalator. Well, it's him, buddy. He's on Entertainment Tonight, but it's him. In 1992, when he looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I'll be dating her in 10 years. Or, hold on.
He never said that on Entertainment Tonight.
I just played it. I just played it.
Listen, bro, this was fun, and it's great, but I'm telling you right now, you taking a person on YouTube who made video clips.
I'm going to show the clips. You know I'm going to show the clips.
Really? So, in your clip, you said there's a little girl that said, when I was 13 or however she was, he finger blasted me. Why hasn't she come forward and come public? They would protect her.
I said that's on video?
No, the clip that you just played.
Yeah.
It said I couldn't hear it because it was muffled, like a lot of it. I couldn't get her name clearly.
Yeah.
It said, "Oh, he touched me inappropriately and this and that." Where's she at?
That's Michael Cohen's daughter, his personal attorney for years.
Where's she at? Has she come forward?
She's at Hershey Park. What do you mean? How the fuck am I supposed to know where she is? She's Michael Cohen's daughter.
Has she come forward?
Yes, that was her coming forward, you dummy. That was her coming forward on live TV. Yes. Oh, now it's testified. Now it's testified.
They would have him out of office.
Hey, bullshit. There is evidence. And by the way, when he said, I'll be dating when he looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I'll be dating her in 10 years. When he said to Robin Leach on national TV, he speculated about how big Tiffany's titties would be. Okay. Then when he said on The View, and you could look, I'll show this clip too. When he said, okay, they asked Ivanka, what do you have in common with your father? And she said, real estate and golf. They said, Donald, what do you have in common with your daughter? And the guy, Donald Trump said, well, I was going to say sex, but I can't really relate that. Why would you say that?
So you've seen Trump's daughters and granddaughters, correct?
Oh, God. You're about to make a real incestual pedophilia type of argument.
If he was a pedophile, why?
No. Go on with what you were going to say. It's important.
Come up and say how great.
Hold on. It's important that people hear what you were going to say about his daughters and grandkids. Go ahead.
I said, if he was you've seen them.
Yeah.
They're very beautiful children. His wife is a very beautiful woman. They have good genetics. So if he was a pedophile,
I told you.
Just molest them? Why would Why would they come forward?
How do we know he didn't?
So they just went up on stage and had a gun held to their head and said, "Oh, he's an amazing man."
Well, Ashley Biden fucking welcomed her father, introduced him at the DNC, and she was all over him, talking about how much she loves him and what a good man he is. And you guys swear Joe Biden's a pedo.
Have you seen Ashley Biden?
Bro, so in other
I
words...
want to see a picture of your wife, bro. I want to see a picture of your wife because literally either you're a closet gay because you're comparing fucking basically like horse apples to fucking like peaches,
No. The argument you're making without realizing it, the argument you're making without realizing it is that because Ivanka is so by the way, Tiffany is hideous, and he said he was worried about her titties and her legs. But what you're saying is Ivanka is so hot. Hold on. No, it wasn't. It was Robin Lee. It was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. So what you're saying is Ivanka's so hot that it makes sense that her dad would say sex when they ask what he has in common. And it makes sense when he would say she's very voluptuous, which means curvy and attractive. And it makes sense when he said, Ivanka's always had a very beautiful figure. I've often said if she wasn't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. That's normal?
I got a question.
No. Is that normal? Is that normal?
You're speculating.
I'm not speculating.
That's one person's opinion that literally hates Trump.
It's not, bro. It's Trump saying it. It's Trump saying it. It's Trump saying it. How am I speculating? Trump said it.
He's not going to say that about a tape.
He did.
So you're going to come out and say, you told me you're a convicted felon, right?
Yeah.
So you said, it's for Trump charges. So why do you have your record right now? You're going to tell me the only thing I'm going to find on there is distribution and manufacturing narcotics. Like I'm just going to see selling and stuff like that. I'm not, possible making, whatever. I'm not going to see anything else on there.
You're going to see DUI. But yeah, I've been on YouTube 4.5 years. I've been doxxed to death. My record is all over the internet, bro. I got 2 drug charges, one in 2000. It was selling marijuana, for fuck's sake. And another one in 2016 that was cocaine. And I got DUI. And I got a couple of fighting charges for fighting. That's it.
Yeah, but see how it keeps coming out that there's more? Guess what? There's enough out there that proves these people are bullshit. First, it was just distribution.
I said I'm a convicted felon, and I mentioned the felonies. I mentioned the felonies. But I said I'm a convicted felon, so I gave you the felonies.
Then it's fighting. Then it's a DUI.
Yeah.
But that's my point. See how you don't want, just like you don't want to tell us your daughter's job. You're hiding facts because you were like quick to throw your son under the bus and say, my son's a truck driver.
No, it's because I have people on YouTube. I have people on YouTube that regularly try to get my daughter fired from her job, you dipshit.
Okay, but guess what? How many professionals are there? So you could say she's a professional actress. You could say, guess what? If she's that professional, there's nobody that's going to be able to get her fired. As long as you're not talking about Charlie Kirk and that.
Yeah, that's not true. You don't know what people could do on the internet. We've gotten people fired ourselves.
I know what people could do.
Huh?
You got what's that?
I said me and certain people on here have gotten people fired from their jobs with no problem. I could get you fired from your job. I guarantee it.
No, you couldn't.
I guarantee it.
You're more than
Tell me where you work. Where do you work?
I told you where I work.
You said you're a truck driver. Where do you work? Tell everybody.
And I just told you.
Whoa. Where do you work?
I said I gave you a hint.
Where do you work?
I work at UPS.
UPS where exactly?
Come on now.
Oh, so in other words,
I said I'm a Philly guy.
So you don't want to give out the information, but you want me to tell you where my daughter works. You see how you're an idiot?
I gave more than what you said. Your daughter's a professional. I'm a professional.
You're not a professional. A truck driver is not a professional. No offense to truck drivers. We need them. They're great. But they are not professionals. No.
They are professionals.
They're not. College-educated people with professional degrees are professionals.
College-educated.
You dummy.
College.
Hey, look at the screen. I'm about to show the clip. Look at the screen. I'm about to show the full clip of Trump saying he's going to date a 10-year-old girl. All right, then I'm going to let everybody else. I'm going to let everybody else see where Donald Trump says he's going to be dating a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
Hold up. How you want to go to the
You start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon, Thursday night, You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? Okay.
Now here's the best part. Here's the best part. There was multiple little girls, but there was a specific one in a pink jacket. He said, I'll be dating her in 10 years. Okay. And hold on, let me get rid of this. And the little girl said, ew. So even she knew it was disgusting. So I just showed the full clip in context, bro, of Trump saying he's going to be dating a 10-year-old girl. Oh, he hung up? Oh, he hung up. Yeah. So there's the clip. What other ones would you like to see? What other ones? Yeah, I know. Well, listen, the reason I let him keep talking, because of course I'm a man. I would love to get a hold of him. He would never let me, actually find him because I would tear him apart piece to piece for saying that about my daughter. But he's a tough guy over the phone from his truck. The reason I let him keep talking is because that's what I've been telling you guys. This is who they are. They're liars. They're scumbags. They support pedophiles. And as soon as you start annihilating them, the personal attacks start. Your daughter, your mother, everything else. I deal with it every fucking time. When I started doing these shows, I didn't call nobody anything. But then at every fucking show, I'm inundated. You're a pedophile. You're a scumbag. Your wife's a whore. Your mother, every kind of thing you could imagine. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the same game back. I'm gonna say whatever I want to you and about you. So that's why I let that go, because I want you to hear it. Antoine, what can I say? Antoinette, a chick. Yeah. All I could say is, get some dude. Okay, you're related to. I'm assuming you're a woman, right? And let them face me, and we'll see what happens. But you don't know me from Adam, so you don't know shit. And if you did, if you knew where I was from and what I've been through in my life, things I've done, you would not be talking shit to me. Believe me, you'd be scared to fucking death. You would. Believe me when I tell you. So anyway, let's look up something else, guys. Remember, I'm no liberal. I know you might think I am. I am not. Let me see here. Robin Leach, Trump. Now, the guy hung up because I proved what I was saying about the 10-year-old girl claim. He didn't like that. That's what they do. You hit them with facts, they run away. Now watch this. Watch this. It's not an act, bro. I'm not saying I'm a super tough guy, but I don't take shit from nobody. I'm not going to let anybody talk shit to me. Never. Never. Hello? James. James. Hello? All right, he hung up. Listen.
It's the lost Donald Trump video that has people talking. Trump and then-wife Marla Maples appeared on the TV show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous back in 1994. Host Robin Leach asked about their daughter Tiffany, who was then just a year old.
Now, Donna, what does Tiffany have of yours and what does Tiffany have of Marla's?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of Marla. She's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
Daily Show host Trevor Noah dug up the long-forgotten footage.
I'm pretty sure nobody has seen this clip since it aired over 20 years ago.
And he was left speechless by what he heard.
We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
So that's a guy, that's Donald Trump speculating about how big his then 4-year-old daughter's titties are going to be. Yeah, over the phone, I know. Believe me, I know. These guys don't even understand. I've been on here. Listen, I'm not even going to get into it. Just take my word for it, or don't. You're right. I'm totally soft. You're right. You don't even see me. You see me from here up. I got a chubby face. You probably assume I'm fat. So you say I look soft. Meanwhile, you can't even see any of my body. All you can see is my face. Yeah. And smoky vision, listen. I tell you what, when you want to say stuff like that about people, when you want to put out challenges and make threats, be a man. Come find me. Don't just say it on the fucking internet. Don't just say it on the internet. Be tough. Actually do something, you know? Anyway, you only watch Fox News. They don't talk about what Trump does, just about the blue-haired liberal kids. Yeah, I don't watch Fox News, but yes. So anyway, what Ignesh question was? Oh, you talking about Trump? Yeah. Stand up here. What do you want? You guys are all gay. You really want to see me that bad? I mean, you think I'm fat? I'm assuming. You think I'm a fat guy? I guess, right? I don't know. Whatever. Hey, whatever makes you feel better. Whatever makes you feel better. All right. So anyway, all right. Anyway, I'm not emotional at all, bro. You don't see how I control my emotions with you fucktards, like like the dude on the phone. I'm pretty good. Emotional. He got emotional. He got very emotional. He started saying horrible things about people. Thank you, Germonte Pettigrew. And thank you for the super chat, $4.99. If Obama did not take care of the needs of the people, how come the country was doing splendid when he was in office? You uneducated Trump suck MAGA. Sorry, I didn't get to ask him the question, but he don't know anything about Obama. He doesn't even know that, like, Obama had 78 straight months of job growth. He fixed Bush's broken economy. And then Trump came in. All he had to do was nothing, really, just like this time. All he had to do was nothing, and he would have been riding on a perfect economy. But he has to fuck it up, you know? Your body looks like mine. I'm fat. That's hurtful. But at least you insulted yourself at the same time as insulting me. And that's why I find it okay. Smoky Vision. Sure, bro. Sure. Anyway, well, thank you, Bertram. And guys, please hit the like and subscribe. And what's going on, man? You guys afraid to donate or something? What's happening? You are absolutely delusional. Tell me how, Antoinette. Tell me how. You don't think I lived a certain type of life? I'm not acting like a tough guy. I'm just asking, even though this is off topic, we should be talking about politics. You don't believe so? Why don't you think so? Why won't you talk about how illegal immigrants falsely accusing good American men in order to expedite their process to get a green card? Because I've never heard of such a thing. Your ass, Biden let in 25 million illegal immigrants. Trump has to fix his mess. No, he didn't. You could look it up any way you want. I've researched this thoroughly. There is no way to even know how many are in the country, but they know it's about 14 million now. So you're saying that Trump deported 11 million people so far. Okay. No, I highly doubt you've ever experienced being punched before. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm from a fucking city where the murder rate per capita is higher than Chicago, Philadelphia, and all 5 boroughs of New York. Okay? I lived my life in the streets. I was a drug dealer, remember? I wasn't in the suburbs selling fucking drugs. I shot at more people than you've probably ever swung at. Okay? And I also, about 2 years ago, October of 2023, and all of YouTube knows this, I had 5 guys from 3 different states come to my house. When I was pulling up to my house from going to the store, my car was in drive. I could have driven off. They pulled up next to me, not in front of me. I had like 3 car lengths in front of me. And according to the guys that did that, I threw the car in park, jumped out, and started swinging on all of them. Also, the first guy, I beat the living dog shit out of him, and there's pictures to prove it. And I got jumped by the other 4. And then I went live 5 minutes later laughing at the guys who jumped me, and I still test them and call them out every fucking day because I don't give a fuck. So believe me, you got the wrong guy, okay? You see this, I guess, and you think you can tell who I am. Just because I don't talk like a fucking retard from the ghetto, you don't know. Believe me. Anyway, if you want to see any other, you don't have to. That's fine. You don't have to buy it. If you want to, no, I have balls and I don't give a fuck about none of you. Not a single one of you scares me. Not a single one of you. Anyway, do you want to see other clips? Because all those clips are in context. Like when, hold on, who's this? Hello? Hello?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was watching it live.
Yeah.
And am I talking to the right person?
Yes.
Great. So I think we understand that all conspiracy theorists are pretty much real, but I have two extra ones that I want to, bring to your attention and see what you think about it.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one, I know you're talking about Trump. Okay, so most informants are people who are already involved. They get caught, and the FBI come in and they say, we're going to take you down, but then Trump says, don't take me down, I'll give you the supplier. Does that make sense?
Okay, I guess, yeah.
So I think that's what it is. I think that he did a plea deal where they can't go after him anymore. And if they say anything, well, they go back on the word, and then there'll be a downward spiral getting everyone else.
Well, I hear you, but there's no record of anything like that. You know what I mean?
True. But
Hold on. Hey, hold on one sec, bro. Let me respond to somebody in the chat. Hey, Ryan V. Donald Trump just recently pardoned the former president of Honduras, who was found guilty in 2024 in a U.S. court of trafficking in 500 tons of cocaine into this country. Plus, Trump also pardoned Ross Ulbricht, the Silk Road founder, who could easily be considered the biggest drug dealer in the history of the world. So shut the fuck up, Ryan V. Go ahead now, buddy. Sorry, man.
All right. So I think that he was an informant because he got caught. I don't know how close Mar-a-Lago is to Epstein Island, but I could see a one-way trip. So yeah, I am a Trump fan, and I don't like it, but with Pam Bondi and her congressional hearing, absolutely convinced me that that's the case.
What what specific thing? What convinced you that what is the case?
Pam Bondi.
You're saying that you think Trump cut a deal?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, I think he cut a deal. He did the art of the deal, and he was involved. And just because the only reason I think that is because Pam Bondi did such a bad job the other day trying to answer the questions of everyone that was given her.
Yeah, but you know why that is. I mean, that's simply because it is her job to hide these Epstein files, to keep them under seal, and to protect Donald Trump.
Well, I don't care the reason why she's trying to do anything. I don't care. But she just gave off, I'm protecting him because our government made a deal, so move on.
Yeah, but she didn't say that. That's just speculation. She didn't say that. And there's no...
It is. It's my first conspiracy theory.
Okay,
Yes,
but listen. What if, do you think Donald Trump, being the braggadocious, cocky, arrogant motherfucker that he is, do you think if that guy played any role in Epstein being busted, do you think he'd keep that to himself, or do you think he'd be talking about it 24 fucking hours a day for years nonstop, rather than having people think he's a pedophile?
Well, I would assume he would have some type of non-disclosure agreement.
Why would
if he was an informant and he was caught? So you're kind of leaning me towards that he wasn't caught with something. So I don't want to until Pam Bondi convinces me otherwise. I don't want to think about that.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think I'm a little lost here. Listen, thank you for calling in. I can't stay on much longer.
The other conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's about Charlie Kirk. We never seen a burial. We never seen a grand memorial. I guarantee if Erica had died, Charlie Kirk would have spent hundreds of $1,000s on her memorial. I do believe that. And with the Epstein files coming out, where people like to eat people, I'm saying that they ate Charlie Kirk.
All right, thank you, brother. Call back another time. I gotta go.
Thank you.
Peace. All right, guys, I got to get going. Ronald De Palma, you want to talk to me? Jesus, should I give this guy 10 minutes? I'll do a 10-minute debate, Ronald. 410-941-9850. Just Ronald, because he's Italian. I want to talk to Ronald. Mad because you know I'm right. Right about what, Ryan V? I will not be lectured to on morals by a man who sold substances to people that killed them. I sold powder cocaine and nobody ever died from it. And I know it for a fact because I had the same customer base for years and years and years. Nobody ever did. It's powder cocaine, bro. Everybody's done it. You know what I mean? It's really not that big a deal. It's not fentanyl, you fucking fucktard. You know what I mean? No. So go ahead and keep trying to slander me. Listen, that was years and years ago. My last charge was in 2016. I am 6.5 years clean and sober. That's the guy. That's the Nazi guy. 6.5 years clean and sober. I turned my life around completely. I don't hang out in my old neighborhood. I don't hang out with my old circle of friends. I am married to a beautiful woman named Shanna, who is a very successful nurse. I have 2 stepsons plus my daughter. My mother, unfortunately, just passed away in June. But for 6 years before that, I took care of her. She moved into our house, me and my wife's home. Matter of fact, this was her room. Okay. I moved my studio up to this room about 6 months after she passed. So it makes me feel good to be in here, So I got my little studio set up. I got my DJ equipment over there. I got my TV and my PS5, and it's my little man cave, and I'm chilling. I don't bother. No, thank you, Smoky Vision. I appreciate that. I don't bother anybody, guys. Sure. I mean, you can absolutely judge me for my past, but it's not my present. No, it's not. I'm not proud of a single thing I did in my old life. Believe me, I'm not. But it is part of my old life, and I don't run from it. I tore families apart. Which ones? Is Ryan V serious? This is a guy who supports the dude that pardoned the former president of Honduras. And when asked why, he said, I don't know. I heard it was a Biden witch hunt. You're also the guy that is okay with. Matter of fact, you love the fact that Trump pardoned 1,600 rioters who, whether you like it or not, 5 fucking officers died from the assault they took from those animals that day. And yet another one of them just got busted for child sex crimes, another one that Trump pardoned, plus Ross Ulbricht, plus the CEO of Binance, CZ, who is laundering money for terrorists and pedos and drug lords. Trump pardoned him because the guy got him a $2 billion investment in his company. But I'm the scumbag. Yeah, I got caught. You know what my sale was? My last sale, the one I got caught in a controlled buy. Well, maybe not my last. It's 1.5 grams of cocaine. So you're right. I'm definitely destroying families. Shit. When a real person brings up real concerns in our country, they just try to brush it under the rug. Who does? You mean MAGA? Yeah, everybody has a past. I mean, you can say what you want, but I mean, I'm not sitting here defending any of my old choices. I'm just telling you, whether you like it or not, it's not me anymore. And I know people like the dickhead on the phone, whatever the fuck his name was, Jarrett. Like how I kept changing his name. I love doing that shit to people. What was I gonna say? I contribute to society as much as he does. All we can do as Americans really is pay taxes, right? So that's what I do. I make a living on here. It's a job, whether you like it or not. I don't usually do. I mean, the politics shows are only a few months old. This channel has been about something else. Been about organized crime for 4.5 fucking years. I still do those shows. I make a living that way, and I pay my taxes, and that's it. I mean, what else do you want me to do? I up until my mom passed, I did addiction and recovery shows regularly where I helped many, many people get clean and sober. People emailed me, told me they were on the verge of suicide, and I saved their lives. Shit like that. I was able to pick one kid up that was on his way to Kensington, and I took him to a rehab in a Hackensack, New Jersey. I'm no angel, but I'm saying I have contributed. I do. No, Jim Bob, but I got him on my wrist. All right, one more. Hello?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, bro? That's nice.
Hey, man, were you aware that the history books that led you to hate Ghislaine Maxwell so much?
Mm-hmm.
Hate the Nazis so much? They were written by the company that was owned by Robert Maxwell.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, so you really didn't like how I was saying that the Epstein documents prove that Hitler was right?
All right. He's sick in the fucking head. You realize he's called me about 90 times during this show. Helmut, $4.99. Crazy how the Democrats get a pass being on Epstein Island, but not Donald Trump. Oh, well, which ones? Helmut, tell me which ones were on Epstein's Island. Thank you for the $4.99, by the way. Ryan V, fuck you and die, you cocksucker. Nobody cares about you. What are you, jealous of me? You're jealous as a motherfucker, aren't you? I know you are. You're a miserable little incel in your fucking basement, probably planning a school shooting. You fucking dork. I haven't used that word since I was 9. Look at Biden and Obama's pardons. They all pardon scumbags. Like who? Tell me who. Because Biden gave out as far as full pardons go, 80 of them. So who? And Biden, Obama too. Who specifically was a scumbag that they pardoned? Germonte Pettigrew, 199. Show proof Democrats are on the island. Yeah, I asked the guy the question. Thank you for the 199. We'll see what he says, but I mean, I'm willing. Listen, I don't give a shit about Democrats. If I find out a Democrat did anything wrong, just like Bill Clinton, I think Bill Clinton probably was doing pedo shit with Donald Trump. Bill Clinton could fucking, I got to watch what I say as an ex-president, but I don't care about him at all. Any Democrat that is in the Epstein files for doing anything to children, I hate them with a fucking passion. But when you guys say Democrats are on the island and then I ask you who, and then you disappear, it's because you were just saying shit. See, you guys got this thing where you just say shit. I'll tell you something, you'll want proof and I'll prove it, but you guys just say shit. You know what I mean? Oh, Helmut, did I read it? Well, let me go back to your thing. I guess I just don't know what you mean then. I mean, what you're saying is we give Democrats a pass, but not Donald Trump. How so? Hunter Biden. There's no proof he was anywhere. He's not even in the files. I mean, we'd like to see proof, put them in prison, but Trump is protecting them all. Yeah, no doubt. And that guy that called earlier, that guy was on the phone forever. I mean, listen, this is what you could, I always try to do this. I try to bring that out of them, what they did shit about my daughter and stuff. I mean, I want to show you that that's the first place they go. They'll talk about your family and everything. These are the kinds of people they are. And thank God for those red hats, because now we'll always know who they were, and who they are. But that dude was getting super pissed off because I was debunking everything he said. Every single thing he said is bullshit. Now, I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden, but I'll even defend Trump when he's lied about. And the bottom line is the video where everybody says he was sniffing kids, there's only one video. That video was proven by 1,000 different fact checkers and news organizations. They digitally altered it because this is the kind of shit they do. And they put the sniffing sound in there. If you find the original video, and it's on YouTube, there's no sniffing sound. He just bent over to say something to the baby, and they added and then they run around talking about how Biden sniffed kids, even though it's not true. It's the same guy, bro. This dude, man. Oh my God. How do I get rid of him? What do I do? I got a fucking stalker now. I got a Nazi stalker. It's not the first time either, by the way. I've been on YouTube. How do I get rid of him? What do I do? My phone won't let me. It's my old phone. It's like a Galaxy 22 or something. It won't let me fucking block him. I got to figure it out. Obama isn't in the files. The rest I agree with. Yeah, no, he isn't. So are you serious? You are just picking and choosing which questions he answers because it flips the script to his rhetoric. I don't know who you're talking about, me or him. I'm not sure. He only shows Republicans on the list. They won't show any Democrats to protect them. No. As far as I know, Bill Clinton and Bill Gates. Now, Bill Gates is not a politician, but I guess he's a Democrat. I don't know. Voter, maybe. And maybe he can't, he finances people. I don't know. But I acknowledge that they're on there. And I say they could both die for all I give a fuck. Who else do you want me to talk about? I have no knowledge of any other Democrats. I know that Trump is accused multiple times, and he has been throughout his life of pedophilia. Okay, I know that Elon Musk in several emails was basically begging. I mean, oh man, when can I make it to the island? I don't want to come a relaxed island vacation. I want what's the wildest night of the week on the island, begging to go to the island. And then Howard Nutlick emailed Jeffrey Epstein and said, hey, I'm on my way somewhere. I don't know. I got 4 kids with me, age 12, 14, and 14. I don't know why the fuck he would give Epstein their ages, except for one thing. And then he went to the island with his wife, another couple, and 4 children. Howard Nutlick. I will acknowledge anybody that's been to the island, and I'll be the first to say there is no proof whatsoever Trump was ever on it, just like Bill Clinton. No proof either of them were ever on it. But again, that doesn't mean they're not guilty of something, because this shit wasn't just taking place on an island. 2 of the accusations of pedophilia in the Epstein files, one took place at Palos Ranchos Verdes, California, at Trump's golf course. And the other one took place at Mar-a-Lago. And they were doing this at Jeffrey Epstein's house in Palm Beach and his house in New York. Pictures of Bill Clinton on the island in dress. Oh, thanks for the $4.99. Well, yeah, but the thing is, Helmut, and listen, I don't care about Bill Clinton, but it's not a picture, it's a painting. So I could paint a picture of you in a tutu right now. You know what I mean? I could paint a picture of you blowing a guy. I mean, I could do whatever. So it's just a picture of Clinton in a dress, or a painting of Clinton in a dress. It's not a picture of him in a dress. I think you guys misunderstood that. Thanks for the $4.99 though, brother. Guys, libs, let me ask you something. We're on the same side fighting for the same shit. Why is it that the only people that donate, at least 90% of the people that donate, are people that hate me and my politics? They're MAGA people. Why is that? That doesn't look good. Oh, that caller got you. Yeah, no, he didn't. No, he did. But listen, I've learned after in this community I'm a part of, not the politics, the other community. I've debated everybody in that community. I've demolished them all. And, 75% of them will tell you that I did. But there's always that 25% that hates me. So no matter who I debate, whether I do bad, whether I do good, whether I do great, to that 25%, I lost. No matter what, there's nothing I could say. If I said my name is Chris, even though it is, they'll say, nope, he was lying about that. That's wrong. He's wrong. So there's no winning. You're full of shit. Great way to spell fully, you stupid bitch. And another one who won't call in and debate me. Germonte Pettigrew. So it's a picture, not an actual photo. Yeah, it's a painting. It's not a photograph of him in a dress. Thank you for the $1.99. You all have all excuses for Democrats. Okay, even though I just told you, I think Bill Clinton is probably a pedo. And Bill Gates, remember, he's in the files, but he's in the files for fucking a Russian hooker and getting an STD, not a child, a hooker. Oh, you don't care about Bill Clinton, but Trump? Yes, Trump. No, when I say I don't care about Bill Clinton, I mean, his existence is meaningless to me. What I'm saying is I don't care to defend him. I'll tell you straight up, I think Bill Clinton probably did some weirdo shit. Yeah. And guess what? One of the things he's accused of in the files, he's accused of doing it with Donald Trump. And they were very close friends. Don't forget that. It's the exact opposite, though. You guys will come in here and say Joe is a pedo with no evidence. You'll say Bill Clinton's a pedo with no evidence. But then when it comes to Trump, there's no way Trump's a pedo. And if you're going to say that, you better show me a whole lot of evidence. I mean, you guys are more full of shit than you even realize. You get smoked. Get smoked by, I got smoked? Yeah, right. Believe me, you guys can think that. It's not bothering me. Anybody with brains knows otherwise. You got to remember, anytime I debate somebody, I do. Oh, I got smoked. No, I didn't get smoked. But when I debate people, I lose viewers because it's boring. Any of you guys could call in and debate, but you won't, because you saw what I did to that dude. I know you guys are stupid. Okay, so when you hear a stupid person debating me, they say everything you already think to be true. So the stupid person wins, in your opinion. And your opinion could not be more meaningless to me because, again, you are a bunch of pedophile supporters. So I hate you with a fucking passion. And I know you're a lowlife. Yeah. Point that out now. When there was 500 people in here, you didn't say anything. But now that there's 77, after 2 hours and 10 minutes of being on, yeah. And by the way, Keeds, whatever your name is, how many do you get on your live streams? New Con Army 499. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I ran much later than I thought, so I'll probably be back on. But if I am, it won't be till about 10:30ish. Oh, and by the way, the dude that sent oh, Juan, you're a trip. Michael, I won't say your full name. $5 for quality talk. Thank you, sir. Juan, he was there for dinner parties. I don't know who you mean. And one for you don't got all the answers out. She ain't got all the answers, Sway. And then $1 for Trump derangement syndrome treatment. Thank you, Juan. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Peace.